Same spot.
Gotta get one more seat for Shane.
This one, or this one, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll take that one. All the seniors. We're breaking the rules.
Sorry, I'm late, everyone.
Matt, come on.
Oh, nope, this is my name right here.
Back here.
I'm at the end. I'm at the end.
Throw the names
never
up,
gonna
plates
find
up,
I need
whoever
one more.
goes,
I don't need no name.
chairs,
please.
trophies.
All I need is
Grab one more chair from over there, Matt.
That's
Hurry up.
You sit over, sir. I'm gonna have to get over real quick.
Yeah, you never got invited to the big house.
Let it ride. You ready? Here, scoot down.
got the ice on too.
My knee can't bend right now.
All right, let's get started. Coach and the seniors, I guess. Congratulations on the Atlantic Region Championship, obviously. Well played game tonight. Your thoughts on victory?
Yeah, thanks, Adam. I thought it was a very, very well played game. I thought the officiating in the game was really good. You know, you have to give your hats off to Wheeling. I mean, they never gave up. They were resilient. They were resilient all tournament. You know, they beat West Liberty in a crazy game. They beat Shippensburg. They really, really made us work down the stretch. You know, we missed a few free throws, but we were able to overcome that. I'm just really happy for my players. You know, I wanted all my seniors in here because this was their 100th win. You know, this is a monumental win for us, a monumental feat that they're able to go to the Elite Eight. You know, we've only been there twice in school history. And I've said all year, this team has the ability to win a national championship because we're very athletic, we're very together. You know, the culture of our program, it takes time to build things. And I think as a young coach, I was a little bit impatient, and I think that sped up the process of Fairmont State basketball. But I wouldn't have been able to do it without these guys. You're only as good as your players, from Sham, from Thomas, Trev, Matt, and unfortunately Caleb got hurt, or we'd have another guy out there. But the city was tremendous. I thought our people did a great job all weekend. You know, they were very, very accommodating to the media, to the fans. We have a great venue for this. You know, hopefully this isn't our last. I think the Mountain East did a tremendous job. You guys all, we really appreciate all the coverage you guys have given us. But hopefully we're not done. You know, we've got to go out there with a good mind frame. We're going to take 2 days off. I'm exhausted. I haven't slept in 5 days. Very, very, you know, just still in a little bit of shock, but very excited.
Just a note about the bracket, will be reseated.
Yeah, you know, I think the Division II committee has it right. I think Jeff Wilson did an amazing job with this Atlantic region. You know, hopefully we'll get the 1 seed. You know, it'd be really interesting. We have one more loss than Northwest Missouri State, but I think our conference, the Mountain East with Wheeling and West Liberty and Shepherd and some of these teams, and then what we were able to do non-conference. You know, you're able to beat IUP twice, you're able to beat Findlay. Hopefully that helps us. But, you know, we're going to play whoever they tell us. We're going to take 2 days off and get ready to get on a plane and hopefully play well.
Questions?
Jared, this had a similar feel to the West Liberty game and the MEC title game, in that you guys controlled the game for the most part, and then it came down to the end. Now, I remember sitting in the press conference, and you guys all said, we have to learn from this. That's all we can do. What did you learn that you were able to apply tonight from last week?
You know, the agony of defeat. I think when you lose, sometimes it's a great teaching tool. You know, these guys were not happy when we lost to West Liberty. They made just 1 or 2 more plays than us down there. And this team talked about it on Sunday night. When we got the news that we were going to host, and obviously anybody can host this thing because the teams were all, it was close. We got new life. You know, we got a new feel. And the kids had 3 tremendous practices. I'm not doing much practice-wise at all, to be honest with you. Really have changed because I have these horses, and I got to allow them to be healthy. And Matt's had a nicked-up knee, and Sham's been nicked up with the nose. But I think what we learned was we got to stay together. I thought we were a little disheveled at the MEC at the end, and Monterosso made some great plays and those guys. But this team has been through a lot. We've really overcome a lot of things. These kids, most of these guys have come from all over the country to Fairmont, West Virginia, and our fans have been tremendous to them. And it's a really neat thing to be able to keep playing basketball because so many good players, Haywood and Pat have to go home, and Danny doesn't get to coach his team anymore. And that was a great team. I think they're one of the best 8 teams in the country. I thought West Liberty was. So hopefully eventually we'll get that changed. But we're happy to move on.
Matt, you came out, hit your first 5 shots in the game. How determined were you to get your guys off to a hot start?
Man, I mean, it was going to be me or them. One of us was going to get it started. I mean, that was the whole thing about this game. I mean, like Coach said, we worked so hard to get to this point. And I mean, Coach dating back to 5 years ago. And, this one really meant something for me. And I know it meant something for all of us. So, I came out there. And I took those shots, and therefore I was fortunate enough to have them go in.
Man, 65-60, they cut 5, and you get 2 big free throws. How big was that for you, especially after what happened with you at the NCAA tournament?
Well, the MSC tournament, I shriveled up a little bit. I kind of let it get to my head, as Coach would say. But, I just went there poised, took my time and followed through, and, I knocked them in.
Thomas, that same stretch, you guys both are sitting on the bench. You're up 14, 9 minutes to go. You two were, obviously outstanding tonight with your performances, but they would have went down to 5. Wheeling, they're, like you guys say, they're resilient. They don't quit. They don't give up. You guys come back in the game. You hit a big 3. Matt hits the free throws. I think, Sham, you had one in there. I think Vontae hit one 3 in there as well. And you get that lead back up to like 14. I think you went back to 74-60 after they got it to 65-60. Talk about that, Thomas, that stretch.
It was huge, obviously, for that part of the game. And, going against that type of team and knowing they're not going to give up, you got to make plays at the end of the day. I mean, and for me, it's just simple, like I say all the time, shoot the ball. And, I mean, it's not going to change for me, and it's just going to be, it is what it is. So, I mean, for us to come back in the game and get a good lead, back to where it was before and stay humble and get back to where he was. I mean, it was huge, and it worked out for us in the end.
You always tell me you want to make an impact on every game you play in. You certainly did that tonight. You feel that way?
Oh, absolutely.
Thomas, it seems that typically you're a reserve player. You keep your emotions to yourself. Tonight might have been an exception to that. Can you give us a sense of what you were feeling after you hit big 3 after big 3?
It was just a sign of relief that the ball goes in the run. That's all. I mean, when I go 2 games, it goes in and misses a lot, but I mean, it feels good when the ball goes to the run. That's all.
How much of that was fueled just by the physical matchup with Pat out there? That kind of gets you going a little bit to get pushed around a little bit. Push back.
I don't know about pushing around, but it's just great competition out there.
Matt and Thomas doing a lot of the scoring, but there were some key situations when Sham penetrated and found you, Trev, for some alley-oop, 1 slam and 1 lay, and talk about that.
It's something we work on in practice a lot. I mean, just made a play on the ball. Sham passed the ball.
He lying. He always get mad at me because he say I don't throw enough alley oops. So today when I saw him, I said, you know what? I'm gonna throw him in the alley oop. I said I got him today.
Thank you.
He rewarded you though, right?
Yeah, he did.
Along those lines, Coach, you have Sham and Jason combined for 10 assists, no turnovers. And obviously, Matt, Thomas, you guys played real well. But how big of a factor was that, having guys that can facilitate and not make bad decisions with the ball?
Well, I've said it all year. Sham's kind of been an extension of the coaching staff. He texted me last night, hey, I'm watching Chico State. I said, go to bed. We've got a game to win. He tells me about MEC women's scores, and he follows Sean and Chris. And I said, he was pressing so much this week because Sham's, he's like a coach. You get a little bit stressed. I said, just go relax and play. We're at home. We're going to play well. It's very hard to beat a team 3 times. I heard that for 2 days. How hard is it? How hard it is? Because as a coach, you want to outthink the room. And I got some great advice, and I don't know if he won, from Lenny Acuff down at Alabama Huntsville. He changed my whole perspective on coaching offense. And his whole thing was we drove these 18 hours and spent 2 days with them, and he said, don't outthink the room. We didn't do that as a staff. We stayed very, very calm. We didn't want to change a lot. We made a few changes with our press attack. I watched some of the things that Coach Crutchfield did against Wheeling in his press, and we studied it. And these kids really did a good job of taking care of the basketball. I'd like to have a few more assists, but 8 turnovers, you're going to win a lot of games. And they ended up making 5 threes. They only had 1 at the half. But when you have 2 ball handlers and 2 guys that can get guys where they're supposed to be, it's a great advantage. It really is to have those guys. And Trev is kind of the unsung hero of our team. With our press, you have to have rim protection. And nobody talks to Trev, nobody asks for interviews. But he's the guy, he's the backbone of this press. Thomas is the point man, he's the back guy. And I think we found an identity this year with that, and then our changes in our offense. We're really scoring the basketball at a high pace, and I think that can give teams problems that haven't seen it. So I like our chances, in the next round. We got to see who we play. But those 2 guys have been tremendous all year.
To any of the guys, was there a sense of redemption tonight, knowing after the MEC tournament this became the ultimate goal after last year's first-round exit? What's the sense in celebration right now?
Caleb,
why don't you let Caleb talk?
Caleb, talk.
Redemption from last year. Was it redemption?
I mean, honestly, I thought after the first game I felt relieved because we lost first round. So
True.
After the first win, then I thought that we can really win this thing.
Coach, how special was this for you? You've been on the cusp for the last couple of years to finally, take this program to the next level. How special is this?
It was just a lot of work. Everybody says, what's the secret? What's Fairmont going? How do they get this theater room, this locker? A lot of work. We don't sleep. We don't, we work. We're meeting with people, donors, our administration. It's a team effort here. And I think at our level, half the battle is fundraising. You got to be able to go out and get dollars. You got to be able to gravitate toward people. And, our kids have been really good in the community. We did a rebound club this year at Trinity Church. We gave back, and these guys here were the catalysts on that. We did it once a week. We reached out to the youth. We've been all over this city for 5 years. I'm just relieved that we got it done. But I don't want to go out there with just happy because I think, we got a chance to do something no team in the Mountain East has ever done. No team in the state of West Virginia has ever done. They've never won a national championship. I was fortunate enough to get there on Huggs' staff, and we were so close, and Deshaun got hurt. And, it's just, you only get one shot at this thing. So we got to take it day by day. But, how cool would that be to win a national championship? I mean, it would be historic. They're all going to the Hall of Fame. This team's going to the Hall of Fame already. They got 100 wins, all-time assist leader, 1,700 points, 1,000 points, second all-time shot blocker, 1,000 points. These kids have really left their mark, and I think they've all matured. They're men now. They're all going to be great. It's just cool that we're still preparing, Chris. We still get to be around each other because I really like being around my team. And I think in sports nowadays, that's half the battle is chemistry. You have to have that chemistry, and this team has had it for 2 years, and it's gotten stronger with each day.
Coach, and any of the guys can follow. Now that you can look back on it, what did it mean to you to host it here and have the Fairmont crowd on you?
Well, the Fairmont crowd was great. I think it's a huge advantage. If you study the Division II landscape, every year the region 6 or 7 teams are going to the Elite Eight that host. And it's a big advantage, not only to play on the court, but, I asked these guys, and I think it was a big reason why we won. They were very vocal. I said, guys, do you want a hotel room or do you want to stay in your bed? They said, Coach, I want to keep my normal routine. And I probably outthought the room there. I was going to stick them in a hotel room and have to go ask for more money for our program. And I'm glad we didn't do that because we were in rhythm. And I think it was the key. Who knows? You don't know if you went to West Lib or you would have went to Shippensburg, what would have happened. But obviously this crowd was huge the last 3 nights.
Thomas, what about being at home?
Like what Coach says, you get more comfortable being here. You shoot on it all the time. You're just comfortable being here. And I mean, I felt like with my shot I like shooting the ball at home.
A couple more.
Craig and I are probably the only 2 guys in the room that remember the last Fairmont State team because we're old. One is you guys have had the chance and privilege to meet Dwayne Richardson, who was on that team. What a great guy. You bring him back, he gets a standing ovation when they announce him. 19 years later, you know, you guys are sitting here holding this trophy, holding the regular season trophy. I know you got one more you want to go after. What's that really mean to you guys? To you guys, I know what it means to coach.
It's real special. I mean, like we've come from all different places. I mean, Thomas is from Ohio. I ain't had no clue who he was before I got here. Sham had no clue who he was. Caleb, Trev, no clue who they were. But I mean, you know, I feel like we've all, like I've said this before, I feel like we've all come in second a lot of times in our life, and to be here and finish this, you know, finish it off. We're not done yet, but I mean, to get to this Elite Eight right here, get this regional championship with these guys, I mean, you can't ask for nothing more.
I just think that we wanted to win it for the city, you know, for Caleb, for people who come out and they bought season tickets to Fairmont basketball for so long, and they've been waiting for so long just to have something to be happy about, you know, just to have something to smile about. And the greatest feeling is not winning, you know, like it's having people who've been here for their whole lives coming up to you after the game and saying, you know, we really enjoy seeing you grow from a boy when you got here to a man. And that's just a great thing. And I think that's a test to Coach Calhoun getting out to the community and allowing us to give back to, you know, kids in the community. And I'm just glad that after 4 years and 5 years of us, me and boys, that we actually happened to grow up and we got to see this day happen.
Jared, with you guys in Wheeling being in the final, does this kind of accentuate what we've felt about the MAC all year as it being?
Yeah, you know, Sean, I said it to last press conference. I just think our league is a special league. You know, the way we score the basketball, the way these kids can score in a variety of ways, the Pat Moseas, the Dan Monterosos, the Devin Hones, the David Dennises. This is a special brand of basketball, and I think it's only going to get better with the coverage. You know, I thought this region was really good, but I don't mean this in a cocky way. I knew it would be us in Wheeling or West Lib. I didn't know which team it would be, but, you know, we sat in my theater room in my house, and we watched, I can't tell you how many tapes, Sean. I mean, tape after tape, and I said, Paul, they're not going to beat these MEC teams. You know, Joe's got a great team, but, you know, they're methodical. Those teams walk the ball up. These kids know how to make plays. You know, we press, we fly around. It's just a shame that the other MEC teams don't get to join us because they're probably better than some of those teams out there. But our brand is growing. I'd like to see us continue to get more games on TV. I think this Metro News thing, all the media in this state, you guys give us a lot of love throughout the year, and I think it's well deserving of the players. You know, it's just a neat thing here that we have going in the Mountain East.
Matt, being a transfer, what is your thoughts about this?
Man, it's great. I mean, honestly, first time I came here, I seen Thomas, and I was like, yo, y'all gonna make me ride the bench behind this dude? Like, where did this kid come from? But I mean, you know, I left a bad situation, and I came to a great situation, and I knew that as soon as I got here, as soon as I met with Coach Calhoun, that's why, you know, after that visit, you know, we had breakfast, and I was like, yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna come here.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
See you soon.